The silence was absolute. Even the children, who had been playing at the far end of the terrace, seemed to sense the dramatic shift in the atmosphere. "That's impossible," Frederick finally sputtered. "I purchased this property myself. I have the paperwork." "You have a lease agreement," I corrected gently. "With option to purchase contingent on the previous owner's approval of your development plans for the property. Which, according to Elijah, included removing most of the natural mangrove shoreline to expand the beach and clearing the protected forest on the north side for additional guest cottages." Frederick's face had transitioned from tan to red to an alarming shade of purple. "How do you?" "The previous owner, Mrs. Eleanor Chapman, was a founding donor of the conservation organization I worked for," I explained. "When she decided to sell Paradise Point, she was determined it should go to someone who would preserve its natural features while allowing appropriate, sustainable development." I looked around the table at my family's shocked faces. When Frederick submitted his development plans, they violated several of the conservation easements Mrs. Chapman had established. She reached out to me, aware of my background but not our family connection, to discuss alternative buyers. My newly formed land trust made an offer that included maintaining the property's ecological integrity while developing it as a showcase for luxury ecotourism. Frederick slammed his hand on the table, causing the dessert plates to jump. "This is absurd. My attorneys should review the lease agreement more carefully," I finished for him. Paragraph 17, subsection C specifically addresses development restrictions and the owner's right to decline sale if those restrictions are violated. Your plans for mangrove removal triggered that clause. The family sat in stunned silence as Frederick and I engaged in this unexpected power struggle. For most of them, it was likely the first time they'd seen anyone successfully challenge his authority, let alone his supposedly infallible business acumen. "Your lease expires tomorrow," I added. "But don't worry, we honor all staff contracts, so Maria and the others will maintain continuity of service for the next guests." Frederick stood abruptly, his chair scraping loudly against the terrace tiles. "We'll see about this. I'm calling my attorney right now." As he stormed away, phone already pressed to his ear, the remaining family members erupted in a chaos of questions. My mother reached me first, eyes wide with confusion and something that looked surprisingly like pride. "Alex, what just happened? Is this real?" "Every word," I confirmed. "I've been working on this venture for the past 2 years, bringing together investors, conservation experts, and sustainable development specialists. The timing with Frederick's lease was purely coincidental. I had no idea he was the tenant until I received the invitation." "But the money," James stammered. "A property like this must be worth..." "About $30 million, I supplied. The land trust secured financing based on the property's development potential under our sustainable model. We project full return on investment within 7 years, with ongoing profits directed to acquiring similar properties throughout the region." My cousins stared at me as if seeing me for the first time, which, in a way, they were. For years, they had accepted Frederick's narrative that my career choices were impractical, idealistic, and financially unsound. Now that narrative had been shattered beyond repair. Rebecca found her voice first. "So you're rich now?" I laughed. "The land trust is financially sound. I draw a reasonable salary as its executive director, nothing extravagant. This isn't about personal wealth, it's about proving that